okay? But Marie, Susie, and I, we kind of have gardening in our DNA. Literally, it is. We came from a situation. We lived in Canada. We lived in a very remote area, and you ate what you produced. And so we, as children, this is what we were taught. And it even goes back. I know my grandmother during the Depression, she fed half the people in the community. And that was in Canada, and it didn't matter if you were Japanese, if you were Mennonite, or if you were Mormon. You went to see Sister Parker, and she would help you with it. So it is just something that is very much us. I don't know, it's just us. I can't explain. Though this is the way I say it. I've never had a plant yet that ever had a mistake where I had to clean up the urine or clean up the fecal matter from, so I really like them. And they stay put. If I put them there, they stay there until I move them. Come on in.
I'm sneaking back.
Oh.
So we fooled you, didn't we?
Yeah.
So where you went home?
Next. Okay, let's get growing. This is actually a part of my front yard. This was some lilies that a neighbor gave me, and each year I take more off of it, and so I have about 5 other places now that have those same lilies, and they're gorgeous. They're only about this tall now, so it's just fun to be able to know what to do, so you can get more free. I like free, okay?
So those are life-size statuettes?
No,
Yes.
no, but this is like,
That's Hansel and
this
Gretel.
is the first year that they were planted, and they are now this tall. They just took a massive root system, and they're absolutely gorgeous when they're on. So, going the wrong way. Okay, one of the first things we need to, one of the first things we have to look at when we are talking about plants is we need to know, are they sun-loving plants, partial sun, or shade-loving plants? In Utah, if they say that they're partial sun, don't put them out just right in the sun all day. They've got to be able to get some shade because they will burn. We have very, very dense sun here in the summertime. So if they're a sun-loving plant, just let them play out in the sun all day. But if it says on it partial sun, it probably needs a place where the shade's gonna hit them for part of the day.
This won't be a vegetable, this will be a flower.
Maybe.
Okay, see, this is where we need to talk.
Because I have this herb that is from Korea, and there wasn't hardly anything on it. And so it's a wonderful tasting herb, and it's like their very top herb. And I put it out in the sun, and it couldn't handle it. So I found out it actually really likes the shade. So I grow it in the shade now, and it gets really beautiful and delicious. So, where to plant? Okay. How many of you live in subdivisions? Okay. So then you have to decide where you're going to plant. Are you going to plant in a garden plot? You just have an area that you're going to use as a garden plot. You can use a raised bed. And I encourage people, if they're going to use a raised bed, I see a lot of these that are like this. Go at least 6 or 8 inches on your raised bed. You're just going to be much happier than just going with a little.
Come in. I know everybody thinks they're going at the back, but.
You can put them in flower gardens. If you have a flower garden and that's all you have, consider putting some of the vegetables in the flower garden. You can actually do that. And depending on where you put it and what it is, sometimes they make absolutely beautiful display right in the flower beds. So you can put some in the flower beds, or you can use a container. It was very interesting to me when my husband and I were in Greece, and all you saw was apartments apartments, you know, there were just, I don't know how many hundreds of people at the building.